Good evening. I would like to welcome everyone to the board business meeting for the Colonial School District. It's Thursday, September 18th, 2025. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The board met in executive session prior to this meeting for approximately 1 hour. Personnel, legal updates, and upcoming negotiations were discussed. And now I will make a motion to approve minutes as presented in items 3B through 3G. May I have a second? Yeah. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Thank you. This is a motion to approve financial reports as presented in items 4B through 4L for August 2025. May I have a second? Rashida, any questions or comments? All in favor? Thank you. And this is a motion to approve the August 2025 Treasurer's Report. May I have a second, please? Rick, any questions or comments? All in favor? Thank you. And now, is there any public comment on any items on this evening's agenda? All right. Seeing none, I will turn the meeting over to Dr. Christian.
Thank you, Mr. Paterno. Items 7A, 7B, 7C, motion to approve the personnel report and extracurricular contracts as outlined in items 7B and 7C. Board action is requested for recommended personnel changes. Appointments for promotion, employment, and transfer are subject to the presentation of valid credential, employment verification, documentation, and state mandated requirements.
May I have a second, please? Yeah. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Thank you.
As we move on to the next agenda item, I would like to welcome our student board reps to their first meeting. Before you guys do your report, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves to the board and the community, we are excited to have you be members of the board this year.
Hi, thank you. I'm William Bird and I'm a senior.
Thank you so much. I'm Narani Shaktinathan and I'm also a senior.
So for our report for PW, it's homecoming week. Students have been enjoying a variety of after-school events like Wing Bowl, Powder Puff, and Color Wars, and participating in Spirit Days throughout the week. The dance is this Saturday, September 20th, and tomorrow, students will wear yellow during the school day and at the homecoming football game in support of Alex's Lemonade Stand and childhood cancer. Seniors commemorated their final year at PW during the senior sunrise on the first day back to school. Fall sports and the arts are underway. PW sports have had a strong start to the year, and students have been attending informational meetings for the many clubs that PW offers.
All right, next up we have Colonial Middle School. So the 6th grade open house is August 26th. 7th and 8th grade open house will be August 27th. And we had incredible attendance at both of these. The TSA, Technology Student Association kickoff meeting will be September 8th. The School Spirit Rally by grade level will be Friday, September 19th. There were excellent class visits to all 6th grade science and history classes and all 7th and 8th grade history classes by principals to talk about creating a welcoming, inclusive environment and addressing hate speech, slurs, and bias. Fall athletics are underway and we're very excited to see our CMS teams competing soon. So thank you very much to the faculties department for getting us in great shape to start the year. And lastly, chorus, band, and orchestra are all rehearsing and working on their musical talents. We're also very excited for the 6th grade musical Shrek to begin rehearsal soon.
For CES, new music parent information night along with both 4th and 5th grade open houses were held in the last 2 weeks. All were very well attended.
With Plymouth Elementary, on August 25th was kindergarten orientation and the first day of school. On September 10th, the open house grades for 1st and 3rd grade. On September 12th, PTO ice cream social. And lastly, on September 17th, open house for grades kindergarten and 2nd. Next up, in early September, Plymouth had received the bikes for the kindergarten All Kids Bikes to Learn to Ride program. Students will be working on learning how to ride during gym, classes with PE gym teacher Mrs. Rabenda. Thank you so much to the foundation for sponsoring this opportunity, and thank you to Joe Lally and the facilities team for their help putting the bikes together. We are excited to continue Panda Press, where third graders will act as hosts for school news, highlighting special events, cultural celebrations, and classroom happenings. It's sent to PE teachers each Friday to share with their classes and with families through our eFriday newsletter. We're looking forward to a wonderful new school year.
For Conshohocken Elementary, CE welcomed 80 kindergarten students, our largest grade ever, and the teachers and students are doing great. The PTO hosted popsicles on the playground on September 4th from 3:50 to 5:15, and we had a terrific turnout of staff and families connecting and reconnecting. All classrooms had special meetings with Miss Marks and CE counselor Miss Nevins to learn more about using kind language at school and no place for hate. CE held open house on September 10th, and as always, we had a huge turnout. Third grade walked to the Conshohocken Elementary School plot at the community garden to do some weeding and pick remaining vegetables. Over the summer, families tended the garden and donated vegetables to the Colonial Neighborhood Council. Third grade will begin their community service club, Helping Hands, on Friday, September 19th.
All right, next up, Birch Park Elementary. The PTO there held the annual ice cream social on Friday, September 12th. We had an incredible turnout and many happy families. Families attended back to school night on September 10th and the 17th. They're able to meet with teachers and learn about the incredible things happening this year.
Lastly, for White Marsh Elementary, in early September, students and staff participated in a school-wide assembly focused on reinforcing expectations and recognizing positive behavior. During this assembly, students learned about the importance of using kind and respectful language with an emphasis on green light, yellow light, and red light words. Families were also introduced to this framework during open house sessions to encourage consistent conversations at home. On Thursday, September 11th, White Marsh Elementary hosted its annual Patriot Day ceremony to honor local first responders. Community first responders joined staff and students for patriotic songs and received thank you cards from our students. Special recognition is extended to our music teacher, Christy Langis, for organizing and leading this meaningful event.
Thank you. Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry. You finished? I'm going to put you on the spot. I'll be sharing your resumes with the board, which are extensive in the music, athletic, and service arenas. But would you each just take a couple moments and share some of the clubs and activities you're involved with senior year?
Some of the clubs I'm involved in is the Technology Student Association. So this year I'm serving as state president. I'm also involved with the PW Orchestra, Chamber Ensemble, and I love volunteering. So I volunteer with a club I started called Crisis Care Club, as well as UNICEF.
I'm the captain of track and cross country here at PW, and I'm the co-president and co-founder of a club called Hope for the Homeless, which volunteers with local homeless shelters and donates supplies to those shelters in our area. And I'm also an ambassador of the Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful program, which aims to create a more beautiful and safe environment for our residents.
If there's any way the administration and the board can help support your efforts, particularly in the service arenas, please let us know. And welcome to the new school year. Exciting time for our seniors. Thanks.
Right, now, moving on to new business, Gail.
Okay, in accordance with board policy number 004, 2 students, Willie and Mariani, have been nominated for the positions of student representatives to the board. Interviews have been conducted and related information has been reviewed. Motion to accept the administration's recommendation for student representatives to the board.
May I have a second? Rashida. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Thank you.
And thank you guys for serving.
Thank you so much.
This is a motion to approve the board policies outlined below on a first read basis as presented. These policies were reviewed at their respective committee meetings held on September 2nd and September 8th. Policy number 101, mission statement, vision statement, shared values. Policy number 330, overtime. And policy number 702, gifts, grants, and donations.
May I have a second, please? Sharon? Any questions or comments? All in favor? Thank you.
This is a motion to approve a revision to the K-12 calendar for the 25-26 school year to designate August 20th, August 21st, and November 4th as Act 80 days.
May I have a second, please? Rashida, any questions or comments?
Is it important to just share for the public what an Act 80 day is, in case there's any wonderings around the calendar changes?
Sure.
Thank you.
Act 80 days are days that can be counted towards instructional time where the district conducts things like parent-teacher conferences, curriculum writing, and other staff development. We fully intend to meet the 180 days and 990 hours, but in case anybody was around in 1995 in this area and we had the ice storm of the century where a week and a half of school was missed, it would allow us additional instructional time in our calendar to prevent us from going to school until June 25th.
Thank you. Great, may I have a second, please? Will, any other questions or comments? All in favor? Thank you. Rashida.
This is a motion to approve the educational services contracts outlined below for the 2025-2026 school year. The first one is the Bucks County Intermediate Unit to provide special education services as needed. The second is Martin Luther School, tuition for 33 returning students at $75,592.98 per student. The next item is a personal care assistant, also known as a one-on-one, at $341 per day. Occupational therapy at $121 per hour, including initial screening and evaluation. Physical therapy at $121 per hour, including initial screening and evaluation. And speech and language therapy at $121 per hour, including initial screening and evaluation. The district will recruit these slots.
May I have a second, please? Gail, any questions or comments? All in favor? Thank you. Bill.
This is a motion to approve the transportation contracts as outlined below for the 2025-2026 school year. This includes St. Joseph's Preparatory School for the transportation of Colonial School students at the rate of $11.07 per student per day for the 2025-2026 school year ending June 30th, 2026. And an arrangement with Carolyn Ed Eisner to reimburse mileage at the current IRS rate of 70 cents per mile, or the established IRS rate per mile from August 25th through 2025 through August 31st, 2026.
May I have a second, please? Rick, any questions or comments? All in favor? Thank you.
All right. This is a motion to approve the transportation contracts for Superior Bus Service and ALC School LLC to provide supplemental bus services. Due to the nationwide bus shortage, administration has recommended contracting with 2 additional companies to provide transportation. Superior Bus Service and ALC Schools will be utilized to supplement the school district's primary bus contracts for after-school, athletic, and other transportation needs as required. Contracts do not commit any upfront costs. The district the district is billed only when services are used.
May I have a second, please? Jeremy, any questions or comments? All in favor? Thank you. Rashida.
This is a motion to approve the PW High School Orchestra students' trip to NYC to tour Carnegie Hall and meet with members of the Pitt Orchestra for the musical Wicked and to attend a performance of the show.
May I have a second, please? Rick, any questions or comments? Yeah, it sounds amazing. Board chaperones. All in favor? Great, thank you. Rick?
Motion to accept a donation of $1,000 from Bertie Chevrolet to support the Colonial Middle School athletic program.
May I have a second, please? Gail, any questions or comments? Exactly, thank you for that donation. All in favor? Is there a solicitor's report this evening?
No report this evening.
Thank you. All right, I know there's no, student life, report this evening. Is there a curriculum report?
Yes, so the board received updates on several different initiatives at our committee meeting this next Monday. So the committee reviewed Summer Academy for grades 1 through 8, as well as the extended school year program for students with disabilities. We discussed successes, challenges, as well as future considerations for possibly rethinking summer learning. So more to come on that. Colonial School District also welcomed 27 new teachers through a 3-day induction program with ongoing mentorship and professional learning planned throughout the year. So welcome to our new teachers. Staff also participated in August in professional learning sessions that were aligned with the Future Ready Comprehensive Plan, focused on data use, student supports, leadership development, and sense of belonging, particularly student sense of belonging. We also discussed plans that were underway to pilot a new K-3 math resource this fall, with the final adoption next year. We also dove into a new math K-5 screener, Delta Math RTI, which was also introduced. And the board also reviewed Policy 101, aligned to mission, vision, and shared values.
Great, thank you. Will, anything for facilities?
No report.
Rick?
Finance Committee met on Tuesday, September 2nd. The committee introduced new policy governing gifts, which we just did the first read on. Gifts, grants, and donations. A donation from Bertie Chevrolet for CMS Athletics, which we just voted on as well. And reviewed District 2025 versus 2024 financials. District is still waiting on state budget to pass in order to receive state revenues. One additional item of note is that the Act 1 index for 26-27 has been set at 3.5%.
Thank you. Gail? HR?
No report.
The tech school, Chris isn't here to give a report, but if you have been over to the tech school at all this year, you'll see all the parking lots have been redone, and it looks great. And I think it'll help a lot in the wintertime with bad weather and rain. So it's definitely worth taking a look.
Internally, they expanded the salon to increase enrollment and the barber mentorship or apprenticeship that they're starting with local businesses. They also did some rehabbing of other areas to get them up to date. I met with Dr. King last week. They will be approaching Mr. Digit and myself, as well as Upper Marion and Norristown, to talk about some projects in the future. The most pressing of which is the auto body shop, the floor, and the ceiling. So they'll have a presentation ready for us in the coming months. Hopefully have it done next summer. But we need to work out what needs to be done, the expansion that they're hoping to do, because it's a popular area. They want to have a couple lifts and do some remediation and renovation there. But they also need to plan financially for it. So that'll be probably introduced in 2 months, and then in January, February, we'll get on concrete plans. We're working with an architect and an estimator right now.
And also, I believe they also have started a breakfast program there, which was something that was very hard to do with the 3 districts and where kids were coming from in the morning. So this is like a game changer. So we're very excited that that has taken off this year. All right.
Can I ask a quick question? Just going back for a minute to the student life meeting, is it possible for us to just share with the public a little bit about the conversation that we had last week at the curriculum meeting?
Sure.
Yeah, so I mean, just one, I want to thank Jess Lester, who talked about the adult evening program and the new platform and how that's working and the suitability there. So thank you for that. And just if anyone wants to chime in, feel free. But we did have a really good discussion around our equity, inclusion, and belonging initiatives and a lot of the training that our staff has taken this year related to what we're calling level 3 offenses. And do you want to feel free to take this over and just do a little snapshot. I think it would be important for the public to know some of the things that we are focusing on this year and a lot of the training that you and your team, Dr. Bishop, are taking ownership of. But if you have a moment to share that, that'd be great.
Certainly, as required by the state, we track all of our discipline data. So when you reference level 3 and level 4 offenses at the middle school and high school, those are the more serious offenses. More importantly, we're taking a specific interest in identifying and addressing areas of incident bias. This past summer, the entire administrative team, not just principals and central office, but every administrator in the district, in all of our departments, worked with the Anti-Defamation League for a day-and-a-half long professional learning opportunity. And then most recently, this past week, we had worked with the NAACP over the summer to schedule professional learning training to work with students of color as we deal with situations as they relate to potential discipline issues. And they put us in contact with the Pennsylvania Human Relations Commission, and we participated in training this past week. All of what we're doing is to identify how to support students and how to minimize incidents that take place. How do we solve things at the lowest possible level? How do we resolve conflict between students or between an adult and a student before small things become big things? And understanding that every student comes from a different perspective. And then also at the middle school and high school and the elementary school, our student, I'll talk about elementary first, our student reps talked about it. Our elementary principals and counselors are using the same vocabulary talking to students about the types of how we teach about hate speech and how we teach about being kind and loving, and they're using developmentally appropriate terms such as red light, yellow light, and green light terms. And we think that's important because our K-3 schools all funnel into the 4-5, obviously. At the middle school and high school, we have made it a point not to just have class meetings at the beginning of the year to address our stance against hate speech in any and all forms of it, but how to be proactive and preventative. And so the principals and counselors, and not just doing class meetings with 400 students in the meeting. I don't know if you guys have had this yet, but they're visiting our English classes and our history classes where we have groups of 20 and 25 students to reinforce the concepts that we've learned from PHRC and from ABI. Middle school is doing that as well. And then at back to school nights, we've been introducing it to parents, and this is a point of emphasis for this year. We have always believed we have wonderful students and wonderful families. And despite some outlier circumstances that have happened in the past, it is our collective responsibility as students, teachers, administrators, and families to protect our children and to protect each other and to continue, all the great things that happen in Columbia on a daily basis, which are plentiful. So, happy to speak with any resident, any parent about our efforts. It's a start, it's a point of emphasis, and we'll continue to track our data as it relates to it. And there may be situations that pop up that we have to address, but that's what happens when you have 5,700 students in a school district and almost 800 employees. And we will address that with keeping our students' safety and welfare in mind.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to you and your team for your very proactive approach and your transparency around the work that the district is doing to continue this work. So thank you.
Thank you.
Intermediate, Mark?
Yep, just one update. The MCI Unit Executive Director, Regina Speaker, sent a letter to Governor Shapiro and members of the Montgomery County Legislative Delegation advocating for a quick resolution to the growing crisis that is the budget impasse and the impact that this impasse can have, at least on some school districts and eventually more than some. And so I can share that, and maybe I think it's on the MCIU website, but certainly we could put that in notes maybe and share for those who might be interested.
Thank you. Sharon, anything legislative?
I echo what Mark said. Yeah, exactly about the budget. Yeah.
Any community reports this evening?
Williams Township Touch a Truck is this Saturday, September 20th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Miles Park Lower Lot. And Fall Strategy Day is Sunday, October 5th, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. or until trucks are full. Miles Park lower parking lot. More information on the White Marsh Township Parks and Rec website.
Yeah, Conchi Fun Fest is this Saturday from 12 to 8. Please come out and join us. Love to see you.
So Plymouth Township, we've got a couple things going. So they have a fun bingo at the Greater Plymouth Community Center from 12 to 2 on September 29th. Also, Halloween bingo on October 3rd at the Greater Plymouth Community Center between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. There's also going to be a campfire and hayride at Harry Weatherall Park between 7 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. on October 18th. And what a lot of folks want to know about is October 13th, 6 p.m. There should be a decision rendered about categorizing the parcel between Plymouth Road and North Brewer's Lane on that evening.
Thank you. And Jeremy, the foundation.
It'll be a busy day at PW's campus on Sunday, October 5th. Please come out for Foundation Day between 11 and 3. Tickets are after September 27th, which I believe is next Saturday. Tickets will be $15 for kids 5 and up and $10 for pre-K, but $2 off, like I said, until the 27th. Plenty of games for kids, young and old, food trucks, all sorts of activities to help support the foundation, as well as the first annual PW Alumni Association Cornhole Tournament, which is also on Sunday the 5th, starting at 11:30. Tickets are $25 per team, two people per team. So please come out and support the foundation for the work that they do, providing grants and funding back to various colonial stakeholders.
Great, thank you. Attached to this evening's agenda for your information are the activity accounts for CMS and PW, the athletic accounts for CMS and PW, a curriculum report. And now, is there any public comment this evening? Seeing none, is there any board comment this evening? All right, seeing none, this meeting's adjourned. Thank you.